Greetings and welcome. Alright, so coming to the mat today, I invite you into what is yoga? What is yoga? What is it today? Really? It's kind of a little different every day, but if we're looking at the meaning of it, besides going where we haven't gone before and being brand new every day, let's go back to the more commonly known meaning. And this is union of all parts of ourselves. We are always one, of course, but life gets us so busy and our heads over here and busyness and time and all the things to do and the body in ways that are more like uncomfortable or judging or hungers and discomforts and so forth. So when we come to the practice, just truly being in the yoga is this, just slowing down. Become very present with where you're at right now. You might hold a mudra and or hold your body. And the breath can be the most direct path into being present with what is. We begin our practice with the breath. Breath and awareness are what make all of the movements yoga. Notice how the breath moves your body without any efforting. Feel the warmth of your physical form. Maybe you can feel your heartbeat. And as we pay attention to the breath, we might notice it deepens and lengthens. Maybe we habitually or by inspiration begin to deepen and lengthen the breath with some conscious effort. And as the breath enters the body and we play with it, we might think of the breath as my breath. I'm deepening my breath. What does that really mean? I'm welcoming in more of the great breath, the divine gift of life. And therefore, we are more fully connecting with the unseen worlds, with what supports us in living and thriving, in learning and growing, in opening to remembering ourselves beyond our limited identifications. We remember this breath, each one is a gift. We remember this very same breath is shared with all of the breathing creatures throughout all time and space. Including the trees, the dolphins, whales, turtles, creatures of the sea. We remember ourselves connected to all that is. We could sit and breathe in this way, feeling our body, the earth, the sky, the way the breath moves the elements of our body, the fire, the warmth of our life force, the circulation waters of our blood and lymph and all the fluids. Letting breath connect us to sky, space. And this is the yoga. It could be all that we do today. Oh, but to move energy, to move our bodies. This is truly unfolding the fullness of our being fully alive, making more space for breath. Please have your seat very comfortable. You're going to slowly begin to move a little deeper into your areas, creating more space for breath. I encourage you to first lift your seat up, make sure the legs are supported, and bring the hands forward onto any prop or the earth, and push your hips back, round behind the heart, and bring your breath behind the heart. If it's easy or attractive for you to bring your body down further until you're deep in a forward fold and bowing into the earth, then go for it. Or just press around the back body and bow into yourself and feel where sensation is awakening, or this movement is creating more space for breath. And bring your breath behind the heart into the back of the lungs, where actually we have the most capacity for breath. And please stay in the forward moving shape as you like, pressing back and breathing into those sensational places. Or, as inspired, walk your hands on over to your right. Bring the left hand on top of the right and press cross body into the left sits bone. Feel the left side of the body really open up there, and breathe into that left side. Imagine the breath going into wherever you feel a sensation. A couple more breaths into this side. And invite you when you're ready to walk back to center. You might take pause, just sitting in center for a moment, and just notice how different your sides feel. How just that little bit of a movement can make such a difference in the body and the areas of breath. When you're ready, we'll walk the hands forward again, hips back, spine long. As inspired, walk the hands to your left, right hand on top. Press cross body and root into that right sits bone. Relax the neck and breathe into the sensational areas. Please stay as you like, or follow an exhale to come back to center. Press and drape up. Take a moment to enjoy that relative symmetry and the lift of your heart. And we'll bring the hands behind us now to either clasp them, squeeze onto a blanket, or just push into the earth and squeeze the shoulders on the back. Lift your heart. Breathe here, wide across the wings of your heart. Maybe you can imagine welcoming the sky, the divine, the infinite, the great mystery into your heart and opening your awareness to the fullness of your experience. Feeling your capacity for energy and emotion and living fully, just greater than we might remember when we don't pay attention to breathing the divine breath, breathing the infinite, breathing all that is, remembering ourselves held and supported by trees and seas and connected to all beings. Please feel free to stay in that lift, or I'm going to invite you to go a bit bigger. So you might first shake or roll your hands or wrists out and extend the legs out. And we'll roll the shoulders on the back with the hands next to the hips, root down into the fingertips, press into sit bones and dig the heels in. Again, squeeze the shoulders on the back and just finding Dandasana, staff of life. Feel free to stay right here or claw those fingertips, push into the feet, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the shoulders, lift the hips. So ears, shoulders, ribs, hips, knees are all in a nice clear line. Scapular squeezing on the back, and we're just breathing front body bright. Couple more breaths here. You can always come in and out, back to your Dandasana and then back into the reverse tabletop as you like. One more big breath cycle. And follow any exhale back down to the earth. Let's cross the ankles and roll through onto the belly. As you come onto your belly, I want to invite you first into Sphinx pose. And remember, it's all we're practicing today is breath and awareness. So if you need to draw back anywhere to resume deep full breaths and be in full awareness, then please do. If you need to add something to be more present with breath and awareness, please do. And stay in the meditation. Breath and awareness, connected to earth, press down, lift in length through the spine and the heart. Breathe, heart open, lift through the head. How are breath and awareness different in this shape? How is the experience of yourself and your embodiment present in this shape? 2 or 3 more breaths. Take your time. Please stay there longer as you like, or turn the toes under, lift the knees. Big inhale, and as you exhale, lift the pelvic floor and the navel, engaging deep into the core. Lift the hips to shoulder height. If you need to, lower the knees down. Ears in line with shoulders. Deep full breaths here. You could pulse in and out between the Sphinx and this forearm plank, or just continue to hold 4 or 5 more breaths. And take your time, stay as you like, or follow your next exhale down. Draw the heart forward, point the toes back, and bring the hands under the shoulders. You could take a moment there to just roll everything around, soft jaw, mouth, neck. Make your legs strong like a snake's tail. Point the toes straight back. Press into pubic bone and sacrum. Pull with hands under the shoulders, elbows and shoulders straight back. Drag the heart forward as you lift your navel. Peel open into cobra, your breathful edge of cobra. And you could follow your breath in and out of cobra, exhaling to lower and inhaling to fill up, or just hold the pose. 5 more breaths. Breath and awareness in this form. Who am I here today in this way? Take your time, lower and down. Slide the hands back and press back into child's pose. Deep full breaths in child's pose. Any variations with the arms, maybe press your hips back with the arms out in front and roll the palms open to the sky. You could stay that way, or at any point bend the elbows, bring the hands behind the head, even give yourself a little massage at the base of the skull and neck and tops of the shoulders. Simply breathful, or maybe Brahmari or bee's breath added to the shape. 2 more. Inhale and stretch, lengthen back, hands out in front of you. And exhale, let's slide the right foot forward between the hands. Pull with your fingertips, shoulders down the back. Stretch the heart forward. And back knee could stay down if you like, or turn the back toes under, lift that back thigh. Give a little pull of that front hip back and back hip forward. Keep drawing on the earth, heart forward. If the earth is far away, please use blocks so you can really get the spine long. Breathe here. You could be simply breathful in the stillness, or if you'd like to, warming up the legs a bit more. Push into the ball of the front foot, pull the hip back, draw the toes back. Back knee could be on the ground for this. You could really mellow it out as you like. And pulse in and out of that lunge, extension, or just hold at your breathful edge. Couple more rounds of breath. Please continue with that, or next time you come forward into the lunge, squeeze to center, hug in and rise up, high lunge. Maybe hands come to the hips first, square up, press hips down, lengthen spine up, work the elbows and shoulders onto the back. Please stay here as you like, or stretch the arms to the sky. You could hook or clasp here and give a little pull on your hold to work the shoulders on the back. Hug to center and lengthen. Find any breathful edge of back bend. Where can you actually be in breathful awareness and not struggling with the body? So there's sensation, but not struggling or striving, and Not quite napping or checking out, very present, breath and awareness. 3 or 4 more breaths. Big inhale. Squeeze to center and let's spiral into a rotated warrior 2. So just a gentle twist here. Moon-friendly practice today. Breathful here in this rotation. Finding strength in the legs and deep core. Length in the spine. Breathfulness in your heart. And let's swoop the arms down and inside that front leg. Soft jaw and tongue. We'll breathe a little deeper into the hip here. Last bit on this side. Another 5 breaths or so in lizard lunge. You're welcome to step back and move through a vinyasa. Or, since I'm going to switch orientation for the camera, I'm just going to walk on over to the other side. If that's what's right for you, please go for it. And we'll just find that second side low lunge in the next few breaths. Take your time. Again, first we just look for the alignment. The heel under the knee, the breath full. And pull with the fingertips, shoulders down the back and heart forward. Breath full here with the back knee down, or turn the toes under, lift that thigh up. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Reach heart forward. Soft in the mouth and deep breaths here. Feel free to stay in the low lunge or pulse in and out. Or if you'd like, play with the extension. Push into that front foot and pull the hip back, peel the toes back. Move with your breath, inhaling into the lunge and exhale back, lengthening the spine over the leg into the extension. A couple more breath cycles. And then come back into the lunge, pull the feet together, squeeze the inner thighs together, pour some weight into both feet and hug in and rise up. Again, you might pause, hands to hips. Square the hips up, shoulders on the back. Press the hips down as you lengthen up out of the waist. Feel free to pause here, or arms up, hook or clasp. Pull in whatever hold you've got. Work the shoulders on the back. And breathe long from that back foot, up through the spine, lifting the heart, lifting up out of the waist, stretching out through the hands. Deep full breaths, just breath and awareness here. What do you need to add or soften to be present? Deep full breaths and awareness. Last 2 breaths. Please stay as you like or come up and squeeze to center and spiral towards that bent leg. Rotated warrior 2. Deep full breaths here. Take your time, stay as you like, or flow the arms down inside that front leg, lizard lunge. On the hands or forearms, back knee up or down. Big breaths in the nose and maybe out the mouth, or just really soft in your mouth in any way. Four breaths more. Again, we're going to come into a wide-legged fold. I invite you to move through vinyasa if you like, or just switch in the way that's right for you. And we're not going to stay in a forward fold there, so don't worry about that if it's not one of those days for you. And we're going to play with the hips. So once you come back to a wide-legged stance, find your way to heels in, toes out, and bring the elbows to the thighs, press the thighs wide. Move your seat back and your heart forward. Soft jaw and tongue. Please stay as you like there. We're moving with the breath. We'll bring the hands to the thighs above the knees, fingers pointing down. Again, seat in line with hips as much as you can. Inhale, press the thighs back and reach your heart forward. Exhale, press the left thigh away as you pull the navel back a bit and spiral looking over that right shoulder. Squeeze your breath out. And inhale, open back to center. And exhale, press and spiral other side. Really find that length of the spine in center with each inhale. And let's go one more exhale to each side. Once you're even there, open up in center, Devasana, sink in. Haul the breath out. Follow an inhale to go heels wide, feet parallel. Pull with the feet, lifting the arches, lifting the quads. Engage the inner thighs. Keep your knees soft. Squeeze the shoulders on the back and breathe here. Notice the energy here. Notice how the mind might want to be distracted or how you might want to get out of it and all the story that may arise, and see if you could just be with breath and awareness, noticing what arises without engaging, without judgment. One more big inhale here. When you're ready, use an exhale to bend the right knee and pivot the right toes to the right. Pull forward from that right hand and bring your elbow onto the thigh. Left hand can come to the hip at first. Excuse me, bend that right knee, excuse me, deep and press the thigh wide. Lift the heart, sink into that front thigh. Elbow could stay up or move inside the knee as the hand comes down. If it's breathful here, you could also use a block. Anchor the outside of that left foot and reach the fingers long from there. And deep full breaths into that left side body. Two more breaths. Bring the top hand to your hip. Push that front leg straight. That hand can come to your ankle, your shin, a block, inside or outside the leg, the earth of course. And when you're ready, top hand to the sky. Keep pulling the head of that right femur back and reach the head forward. You could stay there, or you could play with the neck here if there's tension in there, and reach the top hand past the back foot. Let the bottom ear drop down and play here with rolling through the neck, shoulder, jaw, all the way out through the hand. We've got 3 or 4 more breaths in triangle, playing with any variations of that top arm that feel good for you. And bend into that front knee. Pull up from that left hand back to your warrior 2. Inhale as you exhale, heels in, toes out, cross the arms over, and sink in, Devyasana. Inhale, heels out, arms out, Tarasana. Stay as you like, or big inhale. As you exhale, bend that left knee and pivot the toes to the left and sink in, warrior 2. Really try to move that front thigh parallel to the earth with the heel directly under the knee. And pull that left arm forward, deep groin. Bring the left elbow to the thigh, and press that thigh wide as you roll bottom ribs, face, chest to sky. Again, you might start with that top hand on the hip. Stay there or bring the bottom hand down inside, pressing that thigh wide either way. Anchor the outside of that back foot, and from that anchoring, stretch your fingers as far forward as you can. And big right side body's breath. Just breath and awareness. Soften where you need to be present, compassionate, full body, breathful awareness. Stay as you like. Maybe bring that top hand to the thigh. Bring the bottom hand where it's right for you as you push into that front foot, straighten the front leg, deepen in that groin, really pulling the head of the femur into the hips and reach out through the head as you lift through the heart. Finding that triangle foundation. When you're ready, top arm could come straight up to the sky. Gaze could turn up, straight ahead, or at the bottom foot. Staying in the classical triangle shape, or play as you like. Maybe reach that top arm past the back foot, bottom ear heavy to the shoulder, and soft mouth as you gently roll around. Any micro movements there with breathfulness. Find your spaciousness. And 2 or 3 more breaths. And feel that strong hug of your feet to the earth and the muscles to the bones. Big inhale as you exhale, bend that front knee, pull up from the top hand and back to your warrior 2. Full body breath, inhale. As you exhale, sweep the hands through center, turn the heels in and the toes out. Cross over, open up and sink in, Devyasana. Inhale, shine out, arms out. Open wide, Tarasana. Again, there's still that pull, so the arches are strong, inner thighs are strong. The whole body core is really engaged, hugging in to shine out. breath, full body awareness. Awareness of your connection to all things, earth and sky, seen and unseen, finite and infinite. Big inhale, stretch out. And exhale, we're going to hop or step the feet together. Any way you'd like to do that. And take pause in Tadasana. Feel that strength and aliveness in your body. Breathe into that energy, present with what is in this moment. And find a drishti, a point to look at that's not moving. And pour the weight into the right foot as you hug to center still. Slide the left foot up the inseam. Right hand to hip and Vrikshasana, tree pose. Squeeze to midline. Externally rotate that left thigh so the knee opens to the side. Keep the knee soft even as all the musculature hugs up and in. And as inspired, you could grow your branches, blossom out your fingers, any variation of Vrikshasana or tree here. Deep full breaths, soft shoulders, soft tongue. Maybe stay with that longer. Feel free to play with it. Or bring hands back to center and cross that top ankle over the bottom thigh. Bring the hands to the heads of the femurs and press them down and back as you sink in. Keep lifting your heart. Hands could come to ankle and knee and draw lower back in. Seat back, heart forward. Stay with that or elbows to ankle and knee. And deep breaths here. If you're feeling the arm balance or need your hands to be on blocks here, that's great too. Breathe into wherever sensations are rising. Take your time, feel free to stay longer, come up and out and shake out. Find your feet, hug the earth, muscles to bones, gather up the sky, and center in. Feel your heartbeat, your breath. Breathe your intention, your heart's yes, your aliveness. As inspired, find that drishti, that one point that's not moving, and slowly shift the weight over as you hold steady gaze and steady breath. When you're ready, right foot slides up, finding Vriksha, tree pose, and squeeze to midline. Externally rotate that right knee. Keep that hug to center. Heart lifting, eyes, jaw, tongue, shoulders soft. Lifting that core energy up, grow your branches. Just like a plant here, feel that earth body and that lift from earth up within your musculature. And to open the heart to the sky. Let the sky just pour down through you. Breath full here. You stay right here longer if you like. Reset on the earth. Or slowly, just let everything down. Bring that right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the foot strongly. Hands can come down to heads of femurs. Seat back, low back in, heart up. Maybe hands to ankle and knee. Give a little pull, really lengthen the spine forward. Soft mouth, soft gaze, soft tongue. And breathe your hip or wherever sensations are rising. Your last couple breaths. Stay as you like or step out or hip width. You might want to shake out first. My left foot wants me to. And we're going to make our way into Malasana or yogic squat. Use your elbows or upper arms again to push thighs wide. Lift low back in, lift heart. Work the shoulders on the back. And just let your spine drip out long here. Please stay as you like, or we're going to make our way into Baddha Konasana. So for most of us, unless your thighs lay flat on the floor and feet together, knees wide pose, you'll probably want to sit up onto something. And then put your seat a little further back and then slide yourself forward. We're in our spiral, picking up the flesh of the sit bones and roll thighs towards the earth. And find feet together, knees wide. If there's any knee issues or ankle issues going on, you may want to put blocks or blankets under your knees here so the legs feel more supported. If everything's feeling really good today, then maybe that's quite enough. Push into the balls of the feet. Pull on the ankles with the hands and draw the shoulders down the back. Lift your heart up. And here you could butterfly the knees a bit if you like. You could stay upright, or you could begin to follow that pouring of the pelvis forward and reach through your heart. And you might bring elbows to your thighs here. And keep reaching the heart forward. You could give a little rock into your hips. You could keep reaching forward here, maybe elbows to the shins. Hands could wrap around the toes and pull the heart forward. You can keep the elbows supporting you there and rest your head on a block, or stack up elbows or fists, whatever you need to rest your head. I really encourage you to rest your head, even where you could give a little massage to that third eye center. And when we rest the head, the neck muscles can relax. We keep drawing forward a bit from the core strength. There's no forcing, no straining. And those neck muscles that work so hard to keep your head on all day, even as we go into tech neck and I everything, and those muscles get to relax here. And deep breaths into all the sensational areas. Please stay longer there if it's right for your body, or gently drape up. Use your hands to draw the legs together. And then we're going to take a couple minutes for forward folding. So you may want to stay sitting up if your legs or hips are tight in your spine. We're going to go, again, a couple minutes. If you'd rather, it could be just legs open the whole time or just legs together the whole time. You may want to block or bolster Even if you're pretty flexible, this pressure can feel good, especially if it is moon time or you're just wanting to move any feelings of stagnancy or congestion in the belly, getting that bit of pressure for a while and finding resistance for the breath. When we're done, we'll then make things get a nice rush of fresh fluids and a little more flow and digestion could happen. So just one breath at a time. Find your edge. Wide legs or legs together, pelvis pouring forward as far as you can, and reach the heart forward from the pelvis pouring forward. And when you feel the head trying to start leading, the heart pulls back and stop before that. Keep leading with the heart until the edge where you rest your hands or your head on a prop. You get whatever you need to once again to support your neck, to enable it to relax and not try to hold the head on right now. Support the head. If you're wanting to do a wide-legged and a legs together forward fold, you might move slowly in the next few breaths to transition. And to the other variation, we'll spend another minute or so in this forward folding. Maybe you stay a little longer there. Maybe you gently unwind and drape on up. If you do have a bolster and it feels good for you to get a little passive heart opening here, you might bring the bolster behind where you're going to lay down. You might support a lift of the head of the bolster with a block or at least a folded blanket. And then again, unless your legs lay flat on the floor, I encourage you to bring some blankets or blocks under your thighs. If you want to rest, feet together, knees wide, and get a little more passive opening there. Wherever you're headed, find a place where you feel supported in being open, breathful, and resting in a relative stillness. As you come to rest, you might get your wiggles out, take any little movements, feel where you need support or what shape is best for you today. And then as you find that resting place, take a big exhale and just imagine anything dripping away, kind of like you're just deflating into a state of relaxation. And we're going to go a little deeper with that. So for your next inhale, squeeze the muscles to the bones, gather up any tension or busyness. Inhale, hold, squeeze, squeeze, add an extra sip of inhale at the top. And then exhale, sigh the breath out, let any tension melt away. See how much you can soften and relax there. If there's still any residual tension or busyness, you might do that again. Exhale and empty. And inhale as you squeeze and hug into and exaggerate any tension or busyness. Any discomfort, physical or emotional, feel it, hold it, exaggerate it. Inhale, extra sip of inhale. And then exhale. Let it all go. Soft, forehead, soft eyes, soft jaw, soft tongue, soft shoulders. The spine is supported and at ease. Softness in the hips. Relaxed through the arms. Softly open the hands. Relaxed through the legs. At ease in the feet. And just sense that you're being breathed. Full body breath. Full body awareness. Without efforting, life is lifing you. The sky is breathing and blessing this earth body. All the elements of your being. Just by resting in spacious awareness. Slowly come back into equilibrium. Notice how the mind will wander, like getting caught up in the waves of consciousness. And what happens to the breath when the mind begins thinking again? And please notice the difference between thought and thinking. Thoughts just arise, like sensations, like sounds, and will float right away if we don't engage in thinking, reflecting, naming, trying to complete, solving, analyzing. Just let these things move. No judgment or story. No stopping, no doing, just being. Being with the breath. Observe the movements of breath. In the same way, observe movements of mind. Notice the space into which everything arises and melts away, like going beneath the waves in the ocean. Feel the quiet, peace, maybe some whale song. Rest in the spaciousness. I encourage you to stay in that restful spaciousness. as this is where digestion of experience happens, in the relative stillness and quiet. When you're ready to transition, deepen the breath with intention. Breathe your yes. And let the breath slowly welcome you back to movement, transitioning slowly to stay in the breath and awareness, making your way to one side, and then slowly to any easy seat. And pausing with awareness inward, present with breath and awareness. And can you imagine moving from this seat, present with breath and awareness, out into your day, into whatever is next for you. We take the practice of yoga with us into all of our next actions and interactions. Om, Om, Om. Connected to and present with the vibration of all that is, choosing thought by thought, word by word, breath by breath, what we welcome into our body mind and what we let flow by. May your heart be light. May your breath be easy. May there be peace and spaciousness in each day. Thank you for your presence and your practice.